Hi guys, good morning. All right, so just a little bit about me this morning before I get going with practice. A little bit about me, I've been teaching yoga since 2007. It's 2026 right now, so it's almost 20 years, which is crazy. And last year in September, so 2025, September, I hurt my lower back pretty significantly. I didn't do it doing yoga. I did it just after a Muay Thai class, kind of like wrestling on the mats. And I got sandwiched in half with a lot of pressure by somebody who was like 200 pounds and just boom into the lower back. And so I've been dealing with herniated disc and just a lot of pain since last September. It's July right now, so it's coming up on a year. It's not quite a year, but coming up on a year. And I've learned so much in the last year just about healing the lower back and, you know, keeping the lower back safe. And I'm finally back to a place where I can move in yoga. So basically these classes that I'm recording right now are just kind of like me teaching me yoga and paying hyper aware attention to my lower back. And I'm just going to do these for a while. And I think maybe around like November of this year, so November 2026, I might start actually making classes that make more sense, you know, with a more direction. But right now it's just kind of me moving, feeling how my body feels, and practicing practicing speaking on camera and stuff like that. Okay, I love, but you're gonna go that way. All right, so I guess I will start today in tabletop. If you'd like to join me, feel free. So tabletop pose, starting with some cat-cow. So we can arch on the inhale breath and round on the exhale breath. I love you so much, but I'm gonna spray you with water. All right, I didn't even have to spray it with water. I just had to show the bottle. So we arch with an inhale breath. And we round with an exhale breath. And keep going. A couple more. Good, up and back, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, you can pedal out your legs a little bit, just bending one knee, bending the other knee, stretching down through one heel, stretching down through the other heel. Breathe, move in any way that feels right. So you can shake your head. Yes, you can shake your head no. Good, keep breathing. Child's pose, knees wide, hips to heels. Fold your body forward. Lots of options for your child's pose. Just take whatever version feels right to you. So knees could be together, arms can be back, fists can be under forehead. Good, up and back, downward facing dog once again. So start to breathe a little bit deeper now. Press a little bit stronger back through the hips. Imagine you're trying to make your spine longer, but back through your tailbone. And with your breath. Good, knees down. We'll take our right foot forward. So you're gonna bring your right foot forward in between your hands. If you have blocks nearby, you can use blocks at any time. I feel like I'm gonna use blocks today. So I'm just gonna put my blocks inside my right foot and come down onto my elbows. So you can go elbows to blocks, you can go elbows to the mat. And you're just breathing a little bit into your right hip. Good, a couple more breaths. Good, and then we're gonna take the hips forward and down. So without the blocks, you're just gonna kind of let your hips crash towards the earth. Grab your blocks again. And take your front leg, that's your right leg, take it out on a diagonal. So you're gonna take it out to the right and come up on your heel. Good, flex your toes. On the inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, fold in a little bit to your right leg, and then keep doing that with a breath. So on the inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, fold. Twice more. Last one. Good, and then up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal the legs, breathe. We'll do another child's pose. And then once again, left foot forward. So we're gonna go left foot forward. I used blocks on the first side. I'm gonna use blocks on the second side. And we're just coming down onto the elbows. So the hips are square. So notice if your left hip is going like way forward or anything, hips are square. And what's softening is your upper back. So if you're not using the blocks, it's more obvious what part of your body is coming towards the ground. It's the upper back. Upper back just softening down a little bit. Breathe. Good, and then we're going to crash the hips towards the earth. So hips forward and just kind of breathe into wherever you feel that. Good, and then the left leg going out on a diagonal. So left leg's going off of the yoga mat over to the left. You're coming up on your heel and lengthening and folding with breath. So on the inhale, lift your chest, look up. And on the exhale, fold. Keep doing that with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Twice more. Last one. Good, and then back into a downward facing dog. So all of these movements for me this morning are just helping to loosen up my lower back, and the downward facing dog is creating a little bit of space in my lower back. So depending on what's going on in your body, you might feel better with your knees quite bent in downward facing dog. Or if I'm holding anything too long for you, you can always take your knees down. So if you're done with downward dog right now, you can just take your knees down and wait. Good, a couple more breaths. We're walking our feet forward towards our hands. You can take little steps, just tiny little steps, and slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. And then we're going to take our feet as wide as the yoga mat, so way out to the edges. You can bring your fingertips on the yoga mat, ankles, shins, blocks. There's lots of options here. Look forward and lengthen your spine with an inhale breath. Fold in and relax your head, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Inhale, lengthening out the spine. Exhale, folding in. Let's do two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And one more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Good. In this fold, we're going to hang out. So you can grab opposite elbows. You can sway a little bit. You can sway side to side. You can shake your head yes. You can shake your head no. And breathe. Good. And then we're going to go back into a downward facing dog. So hands on the mat, walk it back. Good, nice big stretch, nice deep breath. Take your right leg up into the air. I like to take my left foot sometimes a little bit shorter to do this. So left foot a little shorter and then right leg up. We're gonna open up the hip so that right hip goes higher than the left one and bend at the knee. So your right heel drops back towards your buttocks. Good, and then just breathe here a little bit. Keep pushing into your hands and lifting your hips up and back, and then just keep opening up that right hip, right thigh. Breathe into whatever you feel. Good, and we're going to take that right foot all the way forward in between your hands. So if you need to take a couple steps to do it, take your time. All right, so right foot forward once again. I'm using blocks once again under the hands. We're wiggling the foot forward this time. So it was on an angle last time, and this time it's straight in front of us. So legs govern the lower back. Whatever's happening in your hips and your hamstrings, so if your hips and your hamstrings are tight, it's going to affect your lower back a lot. So the more that we stretch out hamstrings and hips, the better our lower back can feel. Good. So the foot is flexed, chest is lifted. Take an inhale breath, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale breath, gently fold towards your right leg. And then do that again with your breath. So on your inhale, you're going to look up, lift your chest. And on your exhale, you're gently folding. Good, keep going, couple more. Last two. Last one. Good, and then step your right foot under your right knee. So you're just gonna pull that right foot back a little bit. You can use blocks or no blocks to the left. So blocks are going to the left, and you're extra folding your front knee. So you want your front knee so the foot comes in, and then you want your front knee basically over your toes. You wanna close that knee joint. Your heel can lift. Good, so we're extra bending the front knee, and we're keeping it like that as we reach our right arm back. Now this can be enough right here. This is like, I feel that everywhere. I feel that in my shoulder, my core, my everything. Good, my hip flexors on my left side, my quad. Good, if you wanna go further, you bend the back foot and you look for the toes. And if you have somebody around to help you, ask for help, and they can push your foot gently towards your hand. You can also use a strap. It's a little bit challenging if you haven't done it before. So just keep making sure that the front knee joint is closed, and then you're just breathing and pulling your back heel towards your buttocks, creating a little thigh stretch. Good, a couple more breaths. We're tight today, Shanti. I don't know if she's on camera, but that's Shanti, yeah. My beautiful puppy dog. And this is Lionheart here. I don't know if he's on camera either. Okay, a couple more breaths. Good, and then let's let that go. So we're gonna go downward facing dog, pressing up and back. Good, nice big stretch. Good, and we will do the second side of all that, but we're gonna do a little flow here in between. So let's come forward into high plank, inhale breath. And back into downward facing dog, exhale breath. And do that again, inhale, plank. Think about lifting your lower belly up and in as much as you can. Good, back. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then this time, inhale forward. And if you want to use your knees, you can. We're lowering right down onto the belly. On the belly, come onto your elbows. Good, and on your elbows, just gently peel open through your chest. So you're just breathing and creating a little bit of opening through the belly, a little bit of opening through the chest. Good, and then we're going to a child's pose. So knees wide, hips to heels. So this is basically the opposite action. So we were arching, now we're kind of rounding. And if you want to put your knees together, you can put your knees together. Good, couple more breaths. Downward facing dog. All right, left side, left leg up and back. So you might want to take your right foot a little bit forward. I like to do that. Good, and then the left leg up and back. Open up the hip and bend at the knee. Good, and just breathe here. Breathe and open your top hip, your top thigh. Good, and then left foot forward. In between the hands. Grab the blocks. And wiggle the foot forward. There's a lot of barking happening, sorry about that. I'm gonna go check on why there's a lot of barking. I'm just gonna pause. Okay, sorry about that. Where were we? Left foot forward. And we're gonna go into our hamstring stretch on this side. So you take the blocks or fingertips on the yoga mat just under your armpits. On the inhale, you're looking up a little bit. You're taking an inhale breath. And on the exhale, you're gently folding towards your left leg. And you just keep going with your breath. Inhale, lengthen space. Exhale, fold in. And keep going. So that is mama cat. I have 4 cats. I have a mama cat and her 3 kittens that are now grown. But mama cat is the one that likes to make the most, how do you say that? She likes to be on camera the most. Good, one more breath into your left hamstrings. Good, and then drag your foot back. Super overbend your front knee so your knee joint is closed. Hands on the right and left arm back. Maybe grabbing your back foot. This is a lot right here. Just having the shoulder open, reaching back behind us. This is a lot, so this can feel enough. And if you want to, you can grab for the toes. And then just breathe into wherever you feel this. Good, couple more breaths. Good, you can release that back leg. We're gonna go back into a downward facing dog. Nice big stretch. Plank with an inhale. Maybe use your knees, slowly lower down, exhale. Let's do a cobra, hand slide back, lower rib cage. So hands lower rib cage, toes point, inhale up, and exhale down. Couple more, inhale up, exhale down. Last 2, inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna take our right leg up and back again. So right leg up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee, breathe. Good. One more time, step your foot forward in between your hands. Drop your back knee, and one more time, hamstring stretch. Lengthen and fold with the breath. Last one. Good, and then drag that right foot back. Place your knees down side by side. And we're gonna take that right leg that was forward, we're just gonna step it to the left. So we're gonna step it kind of up and over. So right leg is stepping back. Good, and you're just going to find a variation of a back bend here. So you're just looking for chest up, shoulders back, head back, a variation of wild thing. Good, opening the chest and back to downward facing dog. Let's do the left side. So left leg up and back. Open up your hip, bend your knee, breathe. Good, and then left foot forward, hamstring stretch. Couple breaths. Good, and then taking that left leg, placing knees side by side, and you're gonna take that left leg and step it back. So stepping towards your back body, and just opening up a little bit here. So from straight, looking for chest, open and head back and shoulders back. And a couple more breaths. Good, and then a downward facing dog. Let your head be heavy in your downward facing dog. Create a little traction on the spine. Good, plank pose, inhale. Maybe use your knees, maybe don't. Use your knees, bend your elbows. Exhale, chest up, shoulders back, maybe all the way to upward facing dog. Inhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Exhale. Good, so we're gonna step our right foot, we'll step it wide. So we're gonna take right foot wide. Good, and then do the angled one again. So you're gonna go out to the 45-degree, lengthen, fold a couple times. Good, one more. Downward facing dog. Right leg up and back. And if you're ready, if you're not ready, drop to your knees and do the one that we did before. If you're ready, you're gonna take that right foot, open the hip and the knee, and you're gonna go all the way over the top, find the ground. So right leg is bent, left leg is straight, push into your legs, lift your hips, and open your chest a little bit. And just breathe here. Good, back. Downward facing dog, we'll do a plank, inhale. A chaturanga, exhale. A cobra or an up dog, inhale. And a downward facing dog. Exhale, we have one more side. So we're gonna take the left foot and step it forward. It's going out on the diagonal. Inhale, exhale, fold. Good, and then you're gonna take that left leg all the way up and back. Open the hip, bend the knee, and if you're ready, all the way over the top. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Press, lift and open. Good, breathe. Head back, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pigeon pose with your right knee forward. So your right knee is going in behind your right wrist. So your right knee is to the right knee over to the right side of the yoga mat, knee joint closed. You can press your hips back and fold your body forward. Any height of your spine is fine. So if you want to stay upright, you stay upright. If you want to use blocks, use blocks. If you want to put your forehead on the mat, put your forehead on the mat. Just breathe into your right leg and make sure that there's no pinching in your right knee. We want to stay away from pinching sensations in the body. So just being aware that your right knee is comfortable, and if it's not, make it comfortable. You can usually make your right knee comfortable by taking it wider or taking it more narrow. So taking more to the right or more to the left. You can also try putting something inside, so behind your knee before you close it. You can put a small towel. Hopefully that makes sense. But before you close your knee joint, putting a spacer in behind your knee, that works really well. And also coming up higher and just taking the pressure off. So do pay attention to your knees. Get a couple more breaths. Good, let's go up and back, downward facing dog. Left side pigeon. Left knee to the left edge of your yoga mat, near your left wrist. So a spacer behind the knee, I'll just use this as an example. You would put it in behind the knee before closing the knee. And that can feel a little bit better. You need something a little bit thicker than a yoga strap. You need like a small hand towel, works really nice, or a piece. You know, if you chop up a yoga mat and you have pieces of yoga mat, that can be really helpful as well. Good, and again, any height of your spine. Find the height of your spine that works. Make sure your hips are going back. So hips are not here. Hips are going back. Good, belly is in, hips are back. Couple more breaths. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out a little bit. Last flow, plank inhale. Chaturanga exhale. Cobra up dog inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Knees can go wide, they can go together. Hips to heels, fold your body forward, relax. Good, and then sitting up, we're gonna do a wide-legged seated forward fold. So you can go this way on your yoga mat. So maybe your heels stay on your yoga mat, or you can stay facing forward, however you like. We want to lift the outer part of the thigh. So you're lifting your buttocks up, lifting your buttocks up, lifting your outer thigh up, lifting your outer thigh up. All of that is to help us be to the fronts of the sitting bones. If you are here, be really honest with yourself. And if you are here, if you are rounded into your lower back right now, you use a block. And you just lift the ground up a little bit, and then you can come out of that dumping into the lower back, and you can come a little bit more upright on your sitting bones. So we want to be more upright on our sitting bones, if not forward on our sitting bones. You're gonna inhale and exhale, fold forward. So anywhere is good. You can be all the way upright. You can be on your fingertips. You can be elbows on blocks. Can't reach the other one, but you can be an elbow on a block. That is our class for today. If you have any more poses that you would like to do today, listen to your body. If you're ready for final Shavasana, you can come down onto your mat. You can hug your knees to your chest. Take any last little movements that feel good in your body. And slowly find your way into final Shavasana, laying flat on your back. Palms face open. Let everything relax. Let your feet relax, your ankles, your calves, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, your arms. Let everything relax. Rest for as long as you can. Ideally 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.